What a disturbing crash in Fartcoin. Fartcoin went down more than 50% in the last week. It's one of the top losers among all of crypto. The question is, does it make sense to buy now into this bottom? In the end, crypto is all about buying low, selling high. Fartcoin obviously currently is not very high. Now we're currently at 45 cents. We are down 55% in the last week. And yes, I know everything in crypto went down in the last week, but Fartcoin is an exception, because most tokens only lost around 20 to 30%. Meme coins got hit the most. The Pump.fun ecosystem, where Fartcoin got launched, is down in aggregate 36%. Fartcoin, being the largest Pump.fun ecosystem token, is down much more. It's now got a market cap of 470 million. Even after this massive crash, it's still at number one. Let's have a look at some on-chain metrics. What we've got over here is the number of deployed transactions on Pump.fun. There was a lot of growth in Q3 of 2024, but in the last few months, we didn't really grow that much anymore. Meme coins live from a growing investor base, right? The more people jump onto a token, the more dollars flow into a token, the higher the price can go. When the system as a whole, as in the Pump.fun ecosystem, isn't growing, that's on average bad for prices. We need growth. We cannot afford just sideways movement. Now, Fartcoin has currently 108,000 holders on the Solana chain. And most spot trading volume still happens on chain. Meteora is a decentralized exchange with 77 million of trading volume in the last 24 hours alone. Now, not all of those 108,000 holders matter. What we've got over here is the number of retail investors versus whale investors. We make this distinction by minimum holding thresholds. So to be counted for the chart on the left, a wallet has to hold at least 2,000 Fartcoins. So at the current price, it's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. So of those 108,000 holders, only 12,000 of them have actually more than $1,000 worth of the token. If we look at another 10x in minimum holding, so that's now $10,000 worth of the token, we only have 3,000 such wallets. Another 10x, so now $100,000 worth of the token, there's only 650 such wallets. We can see how the whale investors initially accumulated in the first 2-3 days and then held their positions. We can see how medium-sized retail tended to accumulate more over time. And we can see how small retail still continues to buy over time. Now, isn't it interesting, right? That small retail continues to buy over the days, while the whales started selling off in the last 2 weeks. And the whale selling is then moving the price by that much. Crypto is really a game of the big players. It's not just the small retail guys that move prices. It's the people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in a single coin that move things. Fartcoin already went down by more than 80%. At one point, we were at $2.40. Now we are below 50 cents. And the big question is, are we going to see a bounce? Not just in Fartcoin, but in altcoins as a whole. What we've got behind me is the others dominance. So this shows how much of all of crypto is in the altcoins that's not in the top 10. So it's all of these smaller altcoins. Fartcoin is one of those tokens because Fartcoin is at place 130 in terms of market cap. And the altcoins tend to move in waves, right? Sometimes they're rallying, sometimes they're coming down. There seems to be some kind of a trading range, and we are very low on that trading range. Now, there are two conflicting narratives here, and it's unclear which one will play out. The first narrative is that we're going to see the bounce, right? That this bottom will prevail and that the altcoins can outperform the rest of crypto, maybe by 45%, maybe by 60%, maybe if things go really well by 150%. But then there's also the other narrative. This is the Bitcoin dominance. This shows how much of all of crypto is in Bitcoin. And when this is coming down, this is good for altcoins, right? It means that Bitcoin isn't as important as a fraction of all of crypto and that the altcoins do better. We saw a nice altcoin rally at the end of 2017. We saw another very nice altcoin rally at the beginning of 2021. And each time when those rallies happened, Bitcoin's dominance was close to 70%. Unfortunately, we aren't close to 70% yet. The Bitcoin dominance is at 62%. So one of those charts has to break. Either we're going to see an altcoin rally and the Bitcoin dominance drop now, and we see a turnaround much earlier than usual. Or alternatively, Bitcoin's dominance will continue to rise and this long-term chart of the other's dominance will break. I don't have a crystal ball either. I'm simply just going to watch those charts very closely. As we go lower on the other's dominance, the long-term trend might break. Now, crypto trading is all about being early. The first video on Fartcoin that was published on this channel is 108 days old. And that video did not necessarily get more attention than the average video. So the average video is here in gray and the Fartcoin video is here in blue. And at the time, the price was 5 cents. So that was over here on this chart. We then subsequently went to $2.40. Now we are back down. But I am trying to publish videos on altcoins that have positive momentum and still a lot of upside potential early on this channel when there's still enough room to grow. If you want to get those videos early, then of course feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly. Now, how did I find about Fartcoin that early? The answer is wallet tracking. I talked about this several times on this channel. And wallet tracking works great when altcoins in general move up. So here's the signal. Kyle Chessy bought Fartcoin for more than $20,000 at 5 cents, even below that. That then led me to discuss this over here on the channel. Now, what's important though is to have a strategy in any kind of market environment, right? If now the altcoins do not see the bounce, then even the risky plays that are now bought by the people like Kyle Chessy are unlikely going to pay off. And so personally, what I'm doing is I'm shorting some altcoins that are especially weak, that have a lot of token inflation, that tend to underperform Bitcoin long term. At the same time, I look for plays to risk on so that in the end, the portfolio is somewhat balanced in its risk exposure. That in the end, if the market overall goes up or down, I still make money. Everybody can make money when crypto is going up, but not everybody can make money when crypto is going down. For example, here, this is Balancer relative to Bitcoin. I started shorting this in 2022. And you can make money with shorting altcoins relative to Bitcoin. The altcoin does not have to go down versus the US dollar. It's sufficient when it goes down relative to Bitcoin. But this is a bit more of a complex topic. So it's important to be in a position to take those risky bets with the altcoins, right? With the wallet tracking, because a lot of those bets also go down by 70 or 80%. Some of them go up multiple X's, but in order to digest the losses, we have to have a long-term profit maker, and shorting altcoins, especially the very weak ones, is a very nice, solid long-term strategy. Now, the influencer alerts over here, as well as the tutorials on how to short altcoins relative to other cryptocurrencies. It's all explained in the premium membership of this channel. So that's down below. It's thebitcoinstrategy.com. Feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 US per month, and there's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't get enough value out of this, just message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. So looking forward to seeing you in the next YouTube video. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow, and see you of course in premium as well. Cheers.